Welcome back, Griddle Cook, Eat and More. Today is the first cook on the new Halo Getaway. First we're going to do a coat of seasoning. I talked about in the first video if it's pre-seasoned or not. I swear I heard that somewhere, but it does say in the owner's manual to season it, so we're going to do some seasoning. Now I typically only like to do one coat of seasoning, where some people like to do 400 coats of seasoning. But, however, we just do one. Been doing it since 2011. That's how I'm doing it. All right, we've been preheating this bad boy up with the lid down, and it is smoking hot. Let me grab my little infrared thermometer here, and we're gonna see how smoking hot it is. All right, let's see here. So we're at 600. It probably was a little bit over that before, but yeah, about 600. Let's get that seasoning on. Now, I personally like to put a lot of oil on at first, and then I wipe it down. But in the end, you want light coats. But the reason I like to put a lot of oil down is because if you just put light oil down on a fresh griddle like this, and you're using paper towels, a lot of times your paper towels are gonna stick to the top, and then you got this white lint. Another recommendation I recommend is probably use tongs when you do this, but I've worked in restaurants a long time. I'm used to hot stuff. So I'll go through a ton of paper towels too. Because I want to wipe this down. I don't want no beading in the oil. Wipe this down real good. Just want a nice light coat. That's it. That's all we want right there. All right, we're gonna let this burn off, and then when that's done, we're gonna start cooking some breakfast. We're gonna get the first cook on this bad boy. All right, let's get this cook going on. All right, so I have my surface temp thermometer on here, and we're sitting a little over 350 degrees, maybe closer to 375, but a little bit under. But this is set on low, so that's pretty impressive. We got an under 400 degree low. That's good. All right, so the first thing we're gonna put down, we got some shredded hash browns here. These are the, I think called Simply Fresh or something like that in the green bag. You can get in the, usually by the eggs at your local grocer. Great stuff. All right, we're going to be using, this is a restaurant griddle oil. That's what we're going to use here, butter flavored. Just going to go down on this left hand side. Hit it up with some blue hog, all in, just all purpose. Salt, pepper, garlic. All right, we're gonna let these bad boys cook. Just kind of show me how that this has got good edge-to-edge heat too. We'll see how well they brown all the way over to this side, but we're gonna let these go for a little bit before I throw anything else down for this breakfast, because these definitely take a long time. Good hash browns take patience. We'll be back. All right, hash browns are starting to brown up a little bit around there, so we're gonna go ahead and flip them, see how they look here. All right, not too bad, but there you can see, obviously this was over there, so still brown, but not 100%. All right, let's get some bacon down. Crappy bacon here, let me tell you what. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Yeah, look at it, very thin, fall apart, whatever. Oh my God. Disastrous bacon. It'll still cook up and be good though. All right, since that bacon's going, we're gonna get a couple sausage patties down, just some fresh sausage here. See if we can get this bacon flipped here. Possibly the worst bacon. This could be possibly the worst bacon I ever got. You know, this is Sam's Member Mark bacon, and like the last package I had of this, it was like the best bacon. But look at that. Comment if you've seen bacon worse than this. Horrible bacon. move these over. We're going to flatten them out a little bit. There we go. So a good trick if you want to do smashed sausage, put it down, brown it on one side first, because sausage is the stickiest stuff ever. That way, then when you flip it over, it's got a brown side, and your spatula ain't going to stick to it like if it's fresh, cold, and raw. That's troublesome. Now we're going to move this over a little bit. Like that. Now I'm going to clean this up a little bit on this side. I'm going to put some toast down, put a little water down there. Good thing about my patio is totally sloped down, so that water runs right off of there. Let's get a little toast down. All right, I am digging this lower temp on this griddle. Let's take a peek at that toast. So interesting, it's heating up more over here. So kind of a cold spot right there. And interesting because the burners go this way. So we're gonna flip it around like that. And we'll put it over here for a second. Now let's move it up there, see what happens. Alright, we're going to crack a couple eggs down. We're going to get some butter down. Flip that around this way. Move our sausage over here. And a nice brown there. Kind of move our bacon back over here a little bit. Worst bacon ever. Let's see how that toast is looking. Alright, look at that, evened out a little bit. Alright, let's flip it over there. Alright, let's give this bad boy a flip here. So we'll see. Only problem when it's tight like that. But yeah, well, there we go. Didn't break the yolk, but whatever. Move our sausage over here a little bit. So that's looking good. And we're going to move that down a little bit. Just kind of reverse it. Alright, I think we're pretty good. We're going to go ahead and start plating. So flip those over. So yeah, those look good right there. So we got that. Nice medium egg there. Piece of sausage. Oh, busted egg. Busted egg. Hashtag crappiest bacon ever. Alright, there we go. Alright, look at that. Looking good. Let's put a little butter down real quick. Just to get a little more butter on that bread. There we go. There we go. Alright, there you go. Breakfast on the new Halo Getaway 2-burner portable griddle. Alright, looks good. Overall, did well. Not super even heating, it doesn't appear to be, but still gets the job done. I mean, it's not horrible by no means. It made a good breakfast here. This bad boy is a well-built griddle, as Halo builds them. When I seasoned it, I had that lid down. I probably preheated it for like 15-20 minutes with that lid on. No issues there, no melting. It was probably well over 600 degrees, sitting about 375, maybe a little less on low. Pretty cool. I'm digging it. But that is it for this video. We'll do some more cooks on it. Probably next one we're going to have to do some smash burgers on it. I always like smash burgers on a fresh griddle. See how that performs. And then that's about it. I'm going to enjoy this breakfast, and we'll talk to you guys later.